Ready to get started on this thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm Richard Dana, the Chief of Police in Hemet Police Department. Standing here with me is Carl Angela, Special Agent in Charge, Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Mayor Ed McBride from the City of Hemet. Jerry Brown, Special Agent in Charge, Federal Bureau of Investigations, Department of Counterterrorism, and Sheriff Stan Sniff. They're all here with me because they've all been completely and dedicated to helping us with the case with regard to all of these attacks that have been happening on the City of Hemet. We've been investigating for a long time. People have been doing a lot of work, and over the past 2 weeks, we have picked up some physical evidence that has been able to link a particular individual with these crimes, at least one of these attacks on the City of Hemet. We were able to obtain search warrants last night and serve search warrants at 980 Parkview in Hemet and at 31553 Highway 74 in Homeland. Searches are still being conducted at those residences as we speak. The occupant of the Parkview residence is named Nicholas Smith. He has been arrested. We're putting him in jail today for violation of making a booby trap, assault with intent to murder a police officer, and possession of a firearm while on bail. A second subject was picked up last night for parole violation that we're looking at closely and trying to ascertain his connection and see what we can establish with regard to his connection to these attacks. Stan Sniff.
Well, real briefly, what you saw unfold over the last 6 months has been a great example of what we call in California the mutual aid system. Clearly, an attack in one community is an attack on all communities. And by the same token, an attack on a police officer puts all the public at risk, no matter where they may live. So the Sheriff's Department has been very proud to play a major supporting role with a great deal of resources that we put into this all the way through last evening and will continue. The case is still unfolding, and our commitment is that we're going to continue to support the Hemet Police Department and the allied agencies that are working together to bring all these folks that were involved in it to justice. So we're proud of that fact, and we've made a major commitment, and we will continue to make that commitment until the job's done here. Thank you.
We want to emphasize that this case is not over. We're still investigating the people we have in custody, and we believe there may still be some people out there that we want to bring to custody. The $200,000 reward is still out there. It is still available for people that will come forward now and help us bring anybody else involved into custody. Any questions?
What was the reason that you've been able to ascertain that any of these people might have been targeting police?
Well, the reason we think they've been targeting police is because 6 out of the 7 attacks were directly aimed at police officers. The 7th attack was toward code enforcement officers.
But what was their motive behind carrying out these attacks?
The bad guy invoked his rights and didn't want to talk to us. He did make a couple statements, led us to believe he doesn't like us very much. But we don't have a motive yet.
You mentioned that Mr. Smith is being charged with setting a booby trap. There were a couple of attacks. Could you tell us specifically which one was this, one with the zip gun or the suspicious device to a car, or which one was it?
I think it'd probably be inappropriate for me to disclose which one it is until the investigation is further along.
Okay.
Does Mr. Smith have any ties to motorcycle gangs?
We haven't connected any particular gang organization to Mr. Smith. We actually have correct spelling of names and whatnot for you. We haven't established those gang connections yet, and I'd like to remind everyone we have gone after some gangs. We do that as a recent, as part of business, but while we'll look at them, we don't have a focus on any particular gang.
How old is Mr. Smith, and does he have a criminal past?
Mr. Smith is 40 years old, and as far as we know, the only criminal record he has is an arrest that hasn't been adjudicated yet for marijuana.
Is the Hemet Police arrested for that?
Yes.
How long has he been living in Hemet?
Don't know.
Was he arrested for possession, for distribution, for the
Cultivation.
cultivation? Do you have any details about what the arrest was for, how much he was cultivating?
No.
When the arrest happened?
No, it's still in trial. It has not yet been adjudicated.
And the second person, we don't have a name.
Second person is Stephen Hansen,
And how old is he?
36.
Do you have any priors?
Yes, he's a parolee. He's on parole for ex-con with a gun and has prior for arson.
Are these two friends, do you know?
They know each other.
Can you give us a brief review of the events that's happened out here that led to this action?
You know, I can, but for as far as dates goes, Lieutenant Weishart, do you have dates?
Don't need the dates, just what's happened.
First attack occurred the early part of December. Somebody drilled a hole in the top of the gang task force building, put a gas line inside, and turned it on to fill the building full of gas. The next thing that occurred was someone put a zip gun on a rolling iron gate going into the gang task force that fired a bullet when the gate was opened. The next attack was a device, a harmful device placed on a police car. Ah, look at that, now notes. Next, on March 23rd, four city vehicles set fire in City Hall parking lot. An arson attack followed at the police shooting range that destroyed the classroom out there. June 3rd, somebody tried to fire a military training round toward the police department. June 28th, an arson attack on the police photography, or the police evidence lab.
Do you know if either of these have military backgrounds? Because I remember the last one was like military missile or something similar.
No, I don't.
I don't know if they have military backgrounds.
I don't know.
Had any of either suspect made previous threats or contact with police prior to these attacks or during?
Other than routine getting arrested by us on the occasion that I mentioned, no.
Is there any copycat involved possibly in this?
It's my personal opinion that same people are connected with all of them, but the investigation's not over. I don't know.
How many more folks do you think you're looking for out there?
One moment. Do I have somebody here in charge of investigations to make sure I don't say something I shouldn't?
What was the question?
How many more folks could Hemet PD be looking for out there?
At least two. Okay?
Would they be classified as associates of the two that have been arrested?
Not gonna make a comment on it. I want to catch these folks.
Now, Hanson, was he arrested for violation of probation, right? Not for
He's being held on a parole violation.
And he's being looked at as a suspect in this, but not directly linked to it yet?
No, he's being looked at as, it's just a matter of whether or not that we pull enough evidence together to make charges. The district attorney's office wanted to be here today. Chuck Hughes, the assistant DA, left about 6 o'clock this morning and had to get some sleep, but he tells me that Tuesday they're going to staff this in the DA's office and then determine exactly what charges that these folks will be brought to court on.
Are these four people organized in any kind of gang together?
Any combination of two or more people that have joined together to commit a crime is a gang.
Any of the suspects white supremacists?
We don't have gang connections at this point in time.
It's been a while. You guys gone through a lot. Gotta feel good to take this step.
Oh, yeah.
Details, man.
Tell us about it.
What does it feel like to
Does it
have
feel
the
like a
suspect
relief?
finally in custody?
You know,
Citizens Day.
it's a great feeling to think that some of these people are in custody. There's a fear that people might let down their guard because there's still some problems out there. There's a lot of agencies work together, you know, the dedication of the FBI and ATF, the Sheriff's Department coming together, and it's the resources that were made available to this department have, you know, just made me proud to be a member of it. The people that have worked so hard to get this thing done, and, you know, it's not like I'm going to feel any great deal of relief because I didn't do anything. It's all these other people. They're the ones that put this all together, the folks that aren't standing up here. They've been staying up all night long and putting together warrants and talking to informants, going through evidence. They're still out there. The DOJ texts that came out with us last night at 4 o'clock are still out there searching, and they won't take breaks. It's those people that they get to feel some relief. They get to feel like they got something accomplished. I'm the one that just stands up here and takes credit for it.
Could you
Anybody
tell
else?
us, how many people were involved in the raid last night and this morning?
78.
78. And could you speak about what weapons were found, what type of weapons?
No.
A lot of these attacks required intelligence regarding police locations, police activities. Do you have any idea as to how these people came to learn about the department?
Every place that they attacked was on the internet at some point in time. Anybody, any ability to get through an internet would find these things. We got a property room out there that's not secret. People go out there and they look at the property that we've recovered. It's a public access place. The range is somewhere where people that are applying for concealed weapons permits go out and qualify with the range. City Hall is well marked. All that information is available.
Are you making an appeal to local folks to help you with the people that are outstanding you're looking for?
We're putting up, we've still got a $200,000 reward out there that none of the information that has gotten here so far has made anybody eligible for that. And in case anybody was a little bit afraid of these two fellows that are in custody, they're not going to be coming out anytime soon.
Sir, the 78 officers that was involved in the raid last night, how many was Hemet police officers and how many was support?
I don't really have a breakdown. I know FBI, ATF, the Sheriff's Department all had complete, the Sheriff's Department has assigned their entire Special Investigations Division to assist in this full time. They've been here. I'm sure that Sheriff Sniff's going to have to ask us to write some evaluations because they've been past their annual review before they ever came back to the Sheriff's Department. These people are committed. They're working for us. And I was just counting people last night, and they were all on our side, and they were all friends.
Sorry, did you already tell us what you guys found in the raids last night?
No, we're not done finding it. We're still out there looking.
Can you tell us anything that you did recover or find and seize in the raids?
I'd love to, but I don't think it'd be a good idea. Okay?
Can you at least say weapons or?
Mona, I'm going to stop talking here pretty quick. Anybody got
What led to the arrest? Was it physical evidence?
physical evidence?
Was it-
Thank you, Chief. There's a detailed press release, Lieutenant Weiser. We'll get that to you with a photograph of our suspect. Appreciate you coming this morning. Let's go.
Thank you.
Can I ask one last question? You said you're still being vigilant. What exactly does that mean? What are officers doing to stay vigilant?
Be alert, pay attention, look at your patrol car before you get in and see what's around you. Be aware of your surroundings, be cautious.
Is there anything that you guys are doing to your police
We're
department?
we've got enhanced security and we're still putting more in. Okay?
Thank you.
Jose, how you been?
Is there any photo of this guy?
We've got a photograph for you.
Bring it over here, we should.
Who's got it?
Hey, BJ,
The lieutenant back there's got it.
Bring it over.
So I just want to make sure I got proper spelling.
I saw your original order.
Chief.